Hello, hello. Oh, happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. I wanted to come live tonight and talk to you guys about a few things. Hmm. Right. Let's see. All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. If you are new to this channel, I am new to you. Like, comment, subscribe, and share me with your people. And I just wanted to come to you guys tonight and kind of just share my thoughts on everything that's been going on in the my last live. We touched on Maurice Scott attempting to sue bloggers and subscribers, which is asinine. But oh well, this what whatever. And then today's shout out at Chef Dun Dun. If you're not subscribed to Chef Dun Dun, please go subscribe to his channel. He is absolutely awesome. Awesome. He reported that Martell Ho is now gonna be speaking at a women empowerment gathering. Now I'ma just let that simmer. Martell Holt will be speaking at a women empowerment gathering. You got to be shitting me. Hey T Top, thank you for being here. Martell Holt. I just can't get over it. Yeah. So we're gonna touch on that, and also shout out at Sherelle's World. I ran across their some of their commentary today. And she spoke on uh some happenings, some things going on with Carlos King. Um, if y'all are unfamiliar with who Carlos King is, he's a blogger. He is, in fact, a blogger and a Mrs. Trifling blogger at that. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about like these channel strikes, and how people are all but throwing a party about people's channels being struck and them receiving lawsuits, and the people that are, you know, basting in, other people's misfortune. I've never liked that type of thing. I don't care who it is. Um, it's crazy. And then, yeah, that's kind of the stuff that I want to go over. My sources, the things I'm gonna be talking about tonight, they're gonna be from. I got a little bit from Cheryl, so on and so forth. So, if you're not subscribed to those channels, please go ahead and do so. Yeah, but we're gonna get into it. So, as I said before, shout out is Chef Dun Dun. He reported today on his channel that Martell will be speaking at a women's empowerment brunch or gathering or I honestly and truthfully don't know why anybody would hire Martell to speak at any type of anything. With the type of the caliber of a man that he not even a man, a male that he is. I mean, Martell can give empowerment to my damn bearded dragon. I mean, come on now. Recently, he was arrested for domestic witnessed all the tormenting pick, but other women that he's associated with on this show, we seen him go off on Wanda. We seen him, run up in Wanda's face, talk crazy to Miss Nail or whatever. Martell is not the one to be speaking at a women's empowerment brunch gathering anything. He can't empower anybody, not even his damn self. Martell Hope empowering somebody is like, seriously. I just don't get it. And I'm aware that some people may not be fans or, viewers of Love and Marriage Huntsville. But as Martell, there's no way. I mean, especially in this day and time, you can, look up anybody. You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody that's been on television, a series, a show on or whatever. It's not hard to find, what they're about. And for someone to still to know these things and still want him to speak in an event that they're having, like such an event as like women empowerment, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? Like, who does that? What is he going to empower them with? What's he done lately? I mean, other than be arrested, other than threaten his kids with corporal punishment solely because he's mad at their mom. Is that the type of motherfucker you want speaking at your event? Oh, get the hell out of here. No, ma'am. But to each his own. I don't see that event being successful at all. I mean, who would want to associate themselves with the likes of Martell Holt? To empower somebody. Man, he has no integrity. He has no truth, truthfulness in him. What is he going to empower? He can empower a motherfucker that cheat or mess up their marriage. And I mean, he's not empowered enough to go out and get a job. But he's going to empower a gathering of women, the epitome of a woman. And you come out of all these good people. You chose Martell Holt, honey. Bye bye. Yeah. That's gonna be an epic fail. And I'm so serious. Epic fail. That's absolutely crazy as hell to me. But hey, different strokes for different folks. I don't understand any woman even, supporting Martell with all of the foolishness and shenanigans that we've seen him do. And yes, people can change and people can redeem themselves, but Martell is not one to do that. He doesn't take accountability for anything he's done. He might say he's sorry and then he follows up, but, you know, he's not one to, take accountability. And that's a very serious character flaw for anybody. Somebody that doesn't take accountability for the wrong things that they do. Or say without trying to place or justify what they've done by saying, but. When you've done something wrong, there is no but. I apologize because I did this to you. And even if that person doesn't accept that apology, you've done your part. That's all you can do is apologize. But he won't ever do anything like that. And if he does apologize, he expects everybody to just fall in line with whatever he wants. But that's his mammoth's fault. And that's a story for a different day. Martell thinks that everything should be handed to him. No, sir. Those days are long gone. And I for damn sure wouldn't have him speaking to my damn dog, let alone trying to empower somebody. Like, you gotta make it make sense. That makes no damn sense at all. But that's what's going on with Martell Holt. This event, from what I gathered from Chef Dun-Dun's reporting was that I guess this event will be held in Tennessee somewhere or something like that. Well, Lord, Tennessee, look out now. Yeah, so that's what's going on with Mr. Martell Holt. He's gonna be speaking at a women empowerment event in Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, yeah, that's what they said. And also, let's see, moving right along. Miss Okay. If y'all shout out at Diana Rose. If y'all are not subscribed to her channel, please go subscribe. I was listening to one of her some of her commentary today. And she reported on a blogger by the name of Infamous Sylvia. It's being reported that this blogger has been arrested. Um, I I'm not familiar with the blogger myself. I had to actually go and look her up or whatever to just kind of, when you hear this, you want to try to find out as much about it as you can, on your own. And so that's what I did. Um and they're saying she's been arrested for allegedly putting her hands on somebody or something or thereof or whatever. But yes, it's been reported that blogger Infamous Sylvia has been arrested. That's crazy. Mm. Yes, it's saying that the blogger has been arrested on 2 misdemeanor warrants stemming from alleged stalking. Like I said, I'm not familiar with this blogger per se or whatever. I just found the story interested or whatever. Thought I'd speak about it on my platform. But yeah, I'm reading this from the Hip Hop Insider. Yeah. Apparently this blogger is well known. Is saying that she did cover like a lot of the R. Kelly um the R. Kelly trials and whatnot or whatever. And yeah, so like I said, not familiar with her, but the story was, did catch my attention. So I just wanted to kind of you know, just, talk about it. Um, I don't know this lady, but I hope everything works out for her, whomever she is or whatever. But yeah, if you're familiar with that blogger, you know what I'm saying, and you know more about it, you know what I'm saying, you know, chat about it. Let the people know what's going on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then I kind of wanted to talk about these channel strikes and all that's going on. I'm sure many of you all have been privy to what's been going on YouTube as far as different content creators. I believe last I heard it was like maybe 15 well known great content creators whose channels have been struck. Many of who cover Love and Marriage Huntsville, and are real millimeters or supporters of Mel. Um, I know for one, like I said in one of my previous videos, one, I know that Carlos King was behind or whatever because she gave a screenshot of the strike and everything. You can see that Carlos King did in fact Kingdom Reign or whatever he calls his production company was in fact behind the channel strikes. And like I said before, that is so silly as hell to me. I never understand why, people want to go out and try to hurt other people. If you disagree with something that somebody's putting on their channel, that's fine. Um, but I think that there's a way that you handle every situation. If I feel like somebody took something from some of my content and used it on their platform, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. But if that happened, versus just going ahead and striking their channel. I'm new to this YouTube stuff or whatever, and still learning a lot. But from what I gather, your channel can be demonetized or, eventually taken. So for someone to strike another content creator's channel solely because they disagree with what they're speaking of, or who they're supporting, or anything like that, is very, very sad and fucked up. That's like stupid as hell to me. A lot of times, I listen to a lot of content creators, but and some I agree with and some I don't. But the ones I don't, I just don't go there. I keep it moving. Yeah. And I think it's very sad and pathetic for people to gloat in somebody else's misfortune. Like, I have people that I dislike. You know what I'm saying? But when things happen to them, I'm not rejoicing because what I'm saying, this done happen to them, or what I'm saying, like that. Like, that's crazy to me. I don't understand why anybody, is that hateful and spiteful, and it makes no sense. And one thing I do know for a fact, when you laughing at somebody's misfortune, honey, you could expect that same misfortune, if not, some misfortune to be knocking on your door. You don't ever base in somebody's downfall. Just like it happened to them, it could happen to you. And I feel like, what I'm saying, this foolishness with Carlos King striking content creators channels and stuff like that is just him being a damn dumbass. It makes no sense. You are very much giving blogger, like Dr. Simone said. I mean, you got too much time on your hand. Because a big producer like you like to say, I'm sorry, you say you're not a blogger, you a journalist. Yet you got all these things going on, and you have time to go and strike channels. For what? For what? And I think that Carlos King, I like I said, shout out at Sherelle's World, because I was listening to her review, her commentary earlier today, and she and her co-hosts were both talking about the situation with Carlos King and him striking YouTubers channels, and meddling around in Married to Medicine's, Bravo shows business. A lot of what they said today about Carlos King made a lot of sense. I wasn't even aware that Carlos King was, behind the whole dungeon thing with Candy and Portia and Phaedra. And then when they said that on Sherelle's World, I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. He ain't just started being a manipulative lying jackass. He always been one. I mean, if you were ever a fan of Real Housewives of Atlanta, everybody knows, that there was a rumor started that Candy and her husband wanted to drug Portia and, take her to some type of sex dungeon, which really sounded made up and dumb. But come to find out that allegedly, and in my opinion, from what I gather, Carlos King was behind that. And if you're the type of person that would come up with something so salacious and so nasty about somebody, knowing there was no truth behind it, whatever, yeah, you capable of doing anything. That could have been real bad if that's what Carlos did with Candy and Portia and Phaedra. Was listening to Sherelle's World, and this is where I got, that information from. If that's what happened, Carlos King really been needing the ass whooping. Cause like you don't do things like that. I do remember Candy speaking out about Carlos King and talking about like the dirty stuff that he done to her, and different things, and but I really didn't. I listened to it, but I wasn't in tune with it to the point where I was really listening to the ins and out of what he did to her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they said he was behind that big old scandal. You know, when that lie would how that lie got to the forefront, and the demise of any type of friendship with Candy and Phaedra, and just cause a big ruckus on that show. Carlos King allegedly is being reported to have been behind that, and that's super super sad, and that's super super pathetic, and that could have got a lot of people hurt. That could have damaged Candy's whole career. That it looked as though Phaedra was just making things up when that rumor came out. That's what I've always thought since that reunion aired and it came out that Phaedra was the one that told that information to Portia. I've always thought that, well, dang, you know what I'm saying, that Portia would really, I mean, Phaedra would really, just come out the blue with something like that. Couldn't have found out. No, it was Blogger King. Blogger King put it out. And that's crazy. And another thing they were speaking of is like I don't know if y'all know, but Carlos and Dr. Heavenly, and I love me some Dr. Heavenly. Uh they do these reviews on different shows. Um and I watched a couple of them. Like I said, Carlos King voice irritates my soul. He's very fake and I can't really do him. But I do watch like their, listen to their commentary from time to time. And I've noticed that he has like a thing against Dr. G's new wife, Sweet Tea. And if you follow Married to Medicine, you all know that Sweet Tea and Dr. G are newlyweds and that they're trying to have a baby. Well, Sweet Tea let it be known, on the show or whatever, that she's been having some fertility problems. That, that's something that a lot of women go through, and it's not a laughing matter. It's not. It's nothing to be talked about. It's nothing, what I'm saying, to be talked about, in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? That that is just, I don't know even know what to say. That's absolutely sad that you know he would be uh trying to belittle Sweet Tea, or what I'm saying, because of her infertility. Like, that's nothing to play about. And Dr. G need to see him about that. I'm so serious. He need to see CK about him talking about that something that personal and that, I'm serious with his new wife. You're allowed to have free speech. You're allowed to do all those things. You don't like her? Cool. You talking about, you recapping the show? That's cool. But for you, and I'm gonna say this, it's you have the right to talk about that woman's infertility, just like Dr. G had the right to put his foot in your ass, huh? Dr. G got the right to put his foot in your ass about you talking about his wife's infertility. That's no laughing matter, sir. That's nothing to be played about. None of that. I've been on there on podcast with he and Dr. Heavenly, and I've noticed how like he runs down on other shows, want to talk about what they have going on, this, that, and the third. But the moment anyone asks him anything about his shows, Love and Marriage Huntsville specifically, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Well, then, how do you get feel like you're inclined to just give all these your thoughts and drags, so-called drags about other shows that don't concern you, when you should be focused on your own shows, sir? Your own shows. You saw it was a lady on your show that pitched that show to you that has been bullied, and you were aware of it, even though you say you were not, for years. Not only by her bitch ass ex-husband, but by the rest of the cast. Now, I used to think it was outlandish when people was going to the stream talking about, nah, CK, he in on this and he that, whatever. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, that stuff do be crazy. But it's more than the rent going on. I'm going to say that. Sherelle's World also is reporting that there's some type of beef with Carlos King and Melody Cherie, Dr. Melody Cherie. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's something someone gathered from social media. Carlos would do. I did see earlier where he had some type of post up or whatever. Um, and who knows what he's talking about. I would say if it's not directed, it won't. I don't, the subliminal post and all that stuff or whatever. You got to at me because I ain't gonna never pay attention to it. Yeah, you want to say something to me? You can be talking about anybody. I mean, because honestly and truthfully, I mean, it's a lot, and they says a lot of animosity towards Andy Cohen. Huh. Um, and they're saying that Carlos is giving commentary and being the way he is with Dr. Heavenly um to cause confusion on Married to Medicine because he's jealous or upset. He doesn't like Andy Cohen. That's what I heard. I don't know it to be true, but I'm just telling y'all what I just was, what I heard. However, like I said, I don't put nothing past nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But for Carlos, the blogger, to be out here striking channels without giving anyone an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, rectify whatever it is that he feels like is wrong, is just wrong. As a blogger, Carlos should have better etiquette. I'm just saying, you know, there's a way to do anything and everything, you know. But it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. There's a lot of people saying that they're gonna be, blacking out a Love and Marriage Huntsville. They're gonna, black out like the rest of his shows. A lot of people are saying that, you know. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, something needs to be done about people. Like I said, it's a way to do everything. I don't feel like people should be just striking other people's channels just because they can or whatever without, handling things in a more professional manner. It makes no sense to me. But who am I? I'm just a little old blogger, a little old content creator or whatever, just trying to stick my foot in the door. I don't know. I think that's sad and pathetic. Just like I feel like this lawsuit that Maurice Scott has against those two content creators is bullshit. You can't tell anybody what to say on their platform. How it you I don't get that part. And I don't get these people upholding like nonsense. Y'all know that shit ain't right. And those sitting back laughing and thinking that's funny, whatever, what's happening to other bloggers being sued, being struck and stuff or whatever, honey. Let me tell you something. What goes around comes around. What goes around comes back around. So you might be laughing at somebody today and then you'll be crying tomorrow. I ain't upholding nobody in their wrong. I don't care who it is. I love what I love, I love. If you wrong, you wrong. And laughing at somebody else's misfortune is very fucking wrong. Painting false narratives about other people is wrong. Joining forces with people who you don't like, but y'all hate one common person or whatever is wrong. It be too much going on. Way too much for me. I ain't know, like I said, I don't do like that click up stuff or whatever and all that stuff. I don't like all that. But I will say, you know what I'm saying? I think that content creators, especially black content creators, need to start standing together more. You're not gonna agree on everything. Nobody's gonna agree on everything, but I don't think that we should, you know what I'm saying? Like I heard this one, just I better leave that alone. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna better leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. Like I said, you can dislike who you can like who you like and dislike, whatever. But if I don't like you, guess what? I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm not about to just go on a campaign to, what I'm saying, just gather people up that don't like you or whatever. Just, what I'm saying, I don't do stuff like that. Everybody different, and if that's your thing, that's your thing. It just ain't for me. And it ain't gonna be for me. Yeah. Well, let's see. All right, I'm gonna put this link down in the chat. If you want to come up, you're very well welcome to. And if nobody does come up within a few minutes, hey, we're gonna be up out of here. But I appreciate you all for coming through. Um, Probably gonna be back tomorrow sometime or whatever. I do want to talk about this Monique and her son situation. It tugs at me. It really does. Like, but I do want to talk about it. Let's see. I hate to see any family, going through, that type of stuff. And that young man, like I said, the whole situation is sad, and I want to talk about it. All right. All right. Well, we've been on for 45 minutes. I kind of went over everything that I wanted to talk about, like the channel strikes, Carlos King, and Martell Holtz speaking at a women's empowerment gathering. Still can't believe that one. But it is what it is. Lord have mercy. Well, you guys, I'm gonna try to come back tomorrow. Like I said, I want to cover this Monique and her son situation. I have my thoughts and views on the situation, and like I said, it's sad all the way around. I wish and I pray that one day Monique will be able to break a loose from daddy and try to rebuild like a relationship with her son. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, that's your baby. I couldn't even imagine, like, you know what I'm saying, that being that way with my child. And everybody's different. I do believe that Monique has some unresolved childhood issues that she hadn't fully dealt with herself. But that's really on Monique, because Monique done had ample time to go and get the help that she needs. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's very sad and unfortunate that her son and her are in the spot that they're in. And I wish that daddy of hers would just shut the fuck up. Because at the end of the day, you're her husband. You're not his dad. Just like you said, I wouldn't let you call me daddy or whatever, because you not. You ain't Monique's daddy either, fool. You the very reason why Monique is in the position that Monique is in. And Monique gonna have to break out of that spell and see it for herself. Can't nobody else do it for her. She got to do it for herself. Yeah. So you guys, thank you all for coming. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Like, leave comments in my drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what y'all want to talk about. You know, tell me if I'm doing a good job. Keep up the good work, whatever. But I appreciate everybody for coming through. Tea Talk with your girl, Braylon Lee, Mahogany, Linda Gamble, anybody else in the bushes who might have came through this little me. I'm gonna try to be coming live more regularly to try to, build my channel up and you know, just be on my content creating thing. I appreciate all the people for like the encouragement. Um, and yeah, it's been good. So I will catch you all in the next video. Y'all be great and be great at it. Bye.